Welcome to the Prickly Pears Net presentation of the Cooper color codes. These codes were developed by a former Marine named Jeff Cooper, who wanted to help you find a way to get your mind ready for any crisis that might arise. Cooper envisioned 4 conditions, each of which is a level of mental readiness, and he labeled them white, yellow, orange, and red. In condition white, you're unaware of your surroundings, and for that reason you're completely unprepared to deal with any crisis. A good example would be when you're asleep at home. It's appropriate to be in condition white in that circumstance perhaps, but not when you're driving and not when you're walking around the city. Whenever you're not at home, you should be in condition yellow. Condition yellow just means that you're relaxed and alert. You're not worried about any particular problem. You're just paying attention. The beauty of condition yellow is that you can do it all day long. It doesn't stress you. It doesn't exhaust you. A good example would be driving, where you're relaxed, alert, and just paying attention as you drive. It doesn't have to tire you out. It's just a state of being. Similarly, walking through a parking lot. Let's say you leave a store or a restaurant or even your workplace at night and you're headed to your car. You got your keys in your hand and you're looking around. Your head is swiveling. You're just paying attention. That's condition yellow. Condition orange. When you're in condition orange, suddenly your observation is paying off. You see something develop. It could be a problem. It isn't a panic moment yet, but you see something that could be developing. Something is not quite right. For example, you're driving through a residential area and a ball rolls out from between 2 parked cars. You don't necessarily have to do a headlight stand, but you sure want to be ready to stop in case a child follows that ball out. You're in a parking lot and you see a couple of young men walking your direction. One of them elbows his buddy and points at you. Well, again, not necessary to pull out a gun and shoot. Just pay attention, because what's happening could become serious in a moment. And if it does, then you're in condition red. When you're in condition red, you're in a fight. Most important to remember, it's too late to prepare. You've got to do all your preparations before you get to this point. Good example. That ball that rolled out from between the parked cars, well, sure enough, a little kid follows it right out and doesn't look around at traffic at all. Just dashes out into the street. Now it's appropriate to hit the brakes hard. But you're ready because you are paying attention. Another example, those strangers in the parking lot, they start running towards you, and one of them reaches in his pocket and pulls out what looks like a knife. Too late to prepare, too late to call somebody. You've just got to deal with it. For that reason, the worst situation possible is to be driven from white to red in an instant. That's called the element of surprise, and you never want that to happen because your chances of succeeding are almost nil. Instead, you want to make sure that you move from white to yellow anytime you're not in a completely secure environment. And then you're ready to move to orange when you see something develop, and you're much better prepared to deal when you have to go into a state of red. So how do we use the color codes in our daily lives? Well, consider this. In any crisis, you have 2 friends that are very valuable. One is time and the other is distance. The more time and distance you have, the better your chances of surviving and overcoming whatever it is you face. Use your knowledge of the codes to develop good habits. This will minimize risk and maximize safety. Thanks for spending time today with the Prickly Pears Net. Hope to see you again soon.